Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense for the Steelers, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defense. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the Ravens are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A nice job of just sticking the helmet down 9 yards on the play, but still 3rd and 12 now. Jackson from the shotgun. Dancing to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now.
Deontay Johnson deep for the Steelers.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a play fake it at Stafford. They'll roll him out right. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
An 80-yard touchdown. And the Steelers on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Matt Amendola now for the extra point.
And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. That is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. But they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll buy, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford able to hit his target, Claypool.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And this one is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Stafford. He's got his man on the crossing route. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Play fake. Here's Jackson. Now he's forced out left. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Dobbins running out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going.
He's got a man complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw completes a Freiermuth.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Stafford on first down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Finds a seam inside the 40 and finally brought down at the 38. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. Rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talking about situational football, and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On second down now, it's Harris. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Stafford on third down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32.
You thought you had it.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Stafford. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Play action. It's Jackson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace,
it got his man complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
that is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage. And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson can really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
Only a yard that time, second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Third and goal, Jackson steps away to his, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his third touchdown of the game, 10th on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Stafford's throw complete there to Smith-Schuster.
They'll run on first down. Harris. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
41 yards on the ground for him so far.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Stafford. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Stafford. Sliding out of the pocket. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing to start the drive, Jackson. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. To throw is Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And a throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need... Stafford for the third time is intercepted.
Picked off right around the 43. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. After the interception, here's Jackson.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll make it a second down.
Here comes Dobbins on the toss right.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Jackson on first down. And he wisely will throw that one away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That makes things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
They'll roll him out right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. And the Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Stafford. He'll buy some time right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Play action. Now Jackson. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. On 1st and 10, Stafford rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man completes it to Claypool. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford flushed out right. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 21. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's